Hey guys, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today is Warcraft Monday and I'm going to be reacting to a video requested by James Anderson. It's called So You Want to Be a Demon Hunter, Warcraft's Darkest Lore. Yes, made by Platinum WoW. If you want to check out the original video as well as Platinum WoW's YouTube channel, the links are in the description below. If you want to check out my previous reactions to other World of Warcraft content on Warcraft Monday playlist, remember the playlist card is going to be at the top here. Just click on it and be able to access them. Okay, let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, you want to be a demon hunter?
Well, maybe not me personally. I don't want my eyes to be gouged out. The double blades are cool, you know, and the wings are cool too, but I don't want to have feet. Yeah, and I don't want to be blind, you know. Yeah, sorry. It looks cool on other people, but not on me. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, it's not going to be easy. Only the most insane, vengeful elves in all of Azeroth will choose to walk this path. The lore surrounding this dark art is by far the darkest lore that has ever existed in the Warcraft universe. This makes Death Knights look like they're playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure over there. A lot of the lore I'll be covering comes from the Illidan book, which is—
Hey, being a Death Knight is just as dangerous and as dark as being a demon hunter, you know. I mean, you are undead. You've been risen from the dead, and you are tasked to serve the Lich King, you know, fighting against your own fellow brothers and sisters and killing them and, you know, having them join in the dead army. It's also a very traumatic experience.
by far the darkest Warcraft book that has ever been released, and also one of the most well written. But first, we must ask the question, why would you even want to become a demon hunter? For most that walk this path, the Legion has taken everything from them. The demons have broken their families and left their homes in ruin. They are an intergalactic swarm of death and destruction that knows no mercy. For Blood Elves, their home was wiped out by the Scourge, a creation of the Legion that wreaked the same havoc on their lands. During the Third War, the forces of Azeroth fought back against the Legion, but an elf named Illidan had a unique approach to combat. He absorbed the fell magic, transforming himself into the very thing he swore to destroy, and used their own might against them.
Behold the flames of Azeroth!
Azeroth? Is that a joke, or did he really say that?
You know nothing of power! You are not prepared! This is too easy.
The radical lengths Illidan went to defeat the Legion were controversial, but some elves were left inspired by his—
Tyrande and Malfarion were not impressed. They were not impressed. You know, even though he is an extremely powerful individual who's capable of defeating these demons, they were just not impressed in the manner and, you know, the process that Illidan commenced to become what he is. You know, they considered him as an abomination. Especially Malfarion, he was not impressed.
tenacity. No form of combat would even hold a flame to the carnage Illidan committed with his demonic powers. Later on, Illidan would venture to the Outlands to amass his own army of demons to defeat the demons, and many Kaldorei and Cinderai ventured into this dangerous land to learn how to wield fell magic as he does. I guess other races can be demon hunters.
Look at the gnome demon hunter. You know, this reminds me of Nixiom. He also made like gnome demon hunters, and it was so funny. Really, it was so funny. Which video was it? It was, uh, I think it was the extended version of the Legion cinematics. I think that's the name of the video. But yeah, Nixiom did the very same thing here with this gnome demon hunter. So funny.
But there really has been no history of such. There was mention of a human demon hunter in the Alliance and Horde Compendium, but this is a very outdated book that probably isn't canon. And let me just make this incredibly clear. The elves seeking out Illidan are all insane. In order to get to the Black Temple, they have to venture through some of Warcraft's most hostile environments, filled with fell orcs, fell reavers, demons, and hundreds of other things trying to kill you. In the Illidan book, it explains how Zangarmarsh is filled with toxic gas and poisonous insects that will sting you, and then grubs will wiggle out of your eyes and skin.
Oh, hell no!
Like, I would also not risk it. No, man. No matter how crazy I am, no matter how much revenge I want on the Burning Legion, okay, look, if you can survive this journey, going towards where Illidan is based, right? If you can survive the journey in Outland, then I'm sure, like, you have one step forward into becoming a demon hunter. Everything else will not become easier, but it will become more manageable because you have survived this long through this terrible and arduous journey, coming for revenge or coming to become a demon hunter. So you could say it's like a rite of passage. Yeah.
Also, you have to watch out for wardens, a specialized military force of assassins and jailers of Night Elf society who deem Illidan and his use of demonic powers as an abomination.
Maeve.
And they hunt down anyone following a similar dark path of harnessing fell magic, no matter what their intentions are. Now, the Blood Elves that want to become demon hunters have it a bit easier. Most of, if not all of them, are followers of Kael'thas Sunstrider, who's one of Illidan's closest allies, so they probably didn't have to wander through Outlands trying to find him. Suffice to say, getting to Illidan's fortress called the Black Temple is a challenge in itself. And we haven't even started the process of becoming a demon hunter yet. If you actually survive getting to the temple, you'll be met with elves insane as you are. In the lower quarters of the temple, there are refugee dens filled with elves, some screaming in insanity and others shrieking in despair. In the book, some of these psychotic characters include a night elf whose face is half burned and caved in from an infernal, another who maniacally laughs at literally everything, and probably the most brutal is a night elf whose kids were burnt by the Legion and now straps a charred husk of her child against her at all times.
Man, oh gosh. But the guy whose face or head was caved in, how is he still alive? How? Oh gosh. Can he even see? Can he hear things? Can he? Oh. And everyone else, those who've suffered at the hands of the Burning Legion, oh my gosh. Like this woman whose children were burnt, and now she's carrying their bones on her body like that. Ugh. Yeah.
One night, she was screaming over and over again about the burning, and a blood elf tried to silence her. She killed him. This game...
He tried to silence her, not to soothe her, not to, give her a hug or to say, it's okay, don't cry so much, being kind, being supportive in her time of need or time of, pain and suffering. But this guy wanted to silence her. Or maybe it's Platinum Wow's choice of words there, because when I hear him say silence, I'm thinking maybe this guy wanted to tell her, shut up, keep quiet, in a very violent manner. Yeah, okay.
Is rated T for teen. If you arrive and haven't been killed by the other refugees, you'll finally start your training, which is just as, if not more dangerous than the venture to get here. 1 in 5 elves will survive this transformation, The rest will die in a multitude of ways I'll explain soon. First, our training starts off pretty tame. You'll learn about demons, the methods of infiltration, and the basic wielding of weapons. And throughout this training process, demon hunters develop a weird sort of companionship as they're all filled with rage, grief, and they're all a little bit insane. But the next portion of training will truly test their fortitude. An aspiring hunter must perform a ritual where they must fight a demon one-on-one. Most often, the demon they must slay is the very type that killed their family, making the bloody duel even more grim. After defeating the demon in one-on-one combat, now you must perform the most sickening act in the transformation process. One must cut out the heart of the demon and consume it. You'll feel the burning heat from the fell magic radiating down your throat and feel its power kicking in your stomach. Your mind will go blank and endless torrents of the Legion's destruction will devour your consciousness.
Wait a minute. Did Illidan go through the same process? I can't remember actually, you know. Honestly, guys, I can't remember if he went through the same process. Like he ate a demon's heart and, you know, he got consumed by the influence and the demon's powers in this particular way. I can't remember. I think I need to watch, Warcraft Reforged 3 again. I think I need to watch it again just to see, you know, when that transformation occurred for Illidan. Huh, alright.
You will witness countless worlds cleaved in twain, countless lives dragged into endless suffering, and countless swarms of demons enacting the Legion's will. All the realities, all futures crushed under the heel of inevitable fell might. You will be forced to witness the moment of grief that compelled you to become a demon hunter over and over again, experiencing grief, rage, and insanity for an endless eternity. And the worst part of it all is, oh no, it can't be, it's... This video is sponsored by Empires and Puzzles, an amazing, free-to-play, match-3 RPG game that is easy to learn but hard to master. You see, in this fantasy universe, you will travel across faraway lands and match the color of shields in a very epic, strategic, and visually stunning fashion. There are over 400 heroes you can collect. New heroes are released monthly, but my personal favorite is Bao-Chan, because of how chubby his little cheeks are. And you can level up and build out all of these characters' talent trees and compete with them in PvP leaderboards to test your skills. There are continuous updates like weekly events, themed challenges, and much more. Most recently, there's the Season of Love event, which features new heroes, stages, and difficulty modes. So what are you waiting for? Check out my link in the description and get in on the most epic match 3 game of all time that you can find on iOS and Android. Empires and Puzzles. Okay, back to the endless pain and suffering you will experience eating a demon heart.
You're good. Platinum Mao, you're good. You're good. I like how you added that advert inside. What was I going to say? Yeah, you know, this transformation kind of reminds me of the Grey Wardens on the Dragon Age games. You know, the Grey Wardens have to consume Darkspawn blood so that they can be, a Darkspawn archdemon killer. You know, the only thing that can kill an archdemon is someone who has the taint of the Darkspawn inside them. So it's quite similar here with the demon hunters. You know, they're the only ones who are able to kill demons permanently. And they also go through this process of having visions of, you know, the Darkspawn and the archdemons. And, you know, they experience all the kind of emotions or this type of hunger or the pursuit to taint everything across Thedas, you know, through their telepathy connecting themselves with the Darkspawn. So it's quite similar in that respect with, the demon hunters and the Grey Wardens. However, where they deviate is that, with the demon hunters, they are reliving the painful past, the demons that killed their loved ones, the demons that killed their people, their kingdoms and societies. They have to be having this memory, keep on coming in and going out from them continuously. With the Grey Wardens, if you survive the transformation, or if you survive the joining, right, then you're done. You won't have those bad memories, those bad dreams about Darkspawn as frequent as demon hunters have it with their visions. It's only if there's an archdemon, then that's when Grey Wardens get those dreams and they realize that there's an enemy out there that needs to be defeated. But with demon hunters, this is like permanent for them. They have to be seeing and reliving the past over and over and over again. So yeah, it's quite interesting.
The absolute pain and misery demon hunters experience on their demon heart-induced torment causes them to rip out their own eyes in insanity. What's left of the demon hunter is a broken, tortured husk of who they once were. Now they observe the world around them with a spectral sight, letting them sense the essence of demons around them because of the practical stuff about magic, I don't know. Not only that, but they must wrestle with the demon they now have inside of them. It will taunt them, telling them to give into rage and fully envelop themselves with demonic energy.
This reminds me of, Void Elves, how they also have to go through, this process of them being influenced by the Void. Always the Void is telling them things on what to do and how to do it. They slowly go mad because of the voices in their head. Those who are Void Elves. So I guess this is quite similar here with the demon hunters, where the demon inside them is continuously telling them what to do, how to do it now, give in to your anger, give in to your hate. So yeah, it's really intense.
An ironic twist of fate, it is the demon that they consumed that may consume them. What's next in the process is to imprison the demon within. Initiates are bound to an operation table, and intricate magical arcane tattoos are carved into their flesh, with the specific purpose to bind the demon within them, making it easier to harness its strength. Over the next period of time, an initiate's body will slowly transform. Horns will sprout from their head, claws will emerge on their hands and feet, pronounced fangs will fill their mouth, and hardened scales will sprout from their skin. Some initiates will not be able to handle the transformation process, realizing that they are turning into the very thing they swore to destroy. Others will not have the fortitude to keep the demon bound within them, causing them to lose all of their sanity and go into a murderous rampage until they are slain by the other hunters. But the small percentage of demon hunters that do learn to harness these new powers will become Warcraft's most effective weapon in defeating the Legion. They have seen the power their demonic enemy wields, and they know the only way to truly defeat them is to wield the very power that they harness. Now, a demon that a demon hunter chooses to consume does have different effects on their appearance and powers. So a hunter who consumes a Felguard will look and fight differently than one who consumes a succubus. But unfortunately, we don't really see these different effects in-game. Most demon hunters continued to live in the Black Temple and work with Lord Illidan to control all of Outlands until the events of the Burning Crusade. During the expansion, the champions of Azeroth assaulted the temple because, well, Illidan was attacking the Horde and the Alliance there, enslaving the broken Draenei, and his allies are sucking out all of the water out of the planet and attacking Shatrath.
The man was truly confusing, and also the fact that he didn't really tell people that, this is all part of his grand master plan, So no one truly knew that he was fighting for Azeroth. They just thought he was an enemy. I also thought he was an enemy, for a very long time. I always thought that this guy was just an enemy.
So he's less of an anti-hero and more of just an actual villain, even if it's all in the name of defeating the Legion. Anyways, a special force of demon hunters are sent to a Legion world called Mardoom to collect a relic called the Sargerite Keystone, which allows the user to teleport to any world. Players go to retrieve this keystone and teleport back to the Black Temple to realize Illidan has been defeated, and the Wardens imprison all of the demon hunters and store them in the Vault of the Wardens. They don't kill the demon hunters because they see them less as people and more as weapons that they can store for safekeeping just in case. Years later, during the Legion expansion, the Legion has invaded Azeroth once again, and the demon hunters are broken free by their jailers to fight the Legion. And you probably know during the expansion that, we kind of defeat the Legion for seemingly ever. Not only that, Illidan, their leader, kind of just disappears into space, so they don't really have any sort of guidance.
He has transcended to become a warden of Sargeras. He's going to become a prison warden for Sargeras.
So, for most demon hunters, it's like, now what? Now they're just tormented monster people who sacrifice all of their humanity with no real purpose.
The price of revenge. Sometimes you will be successful, many times you won't be successful. Revenge is a double-edged sword. When you cut your enemy, it will cut you too. And now that your purpose of becoming a demon hunter is no longer valid, now you have to find a new path. You have to find a new way to exist in this world. And it's going to be tough. It's really going to be hard, especially because you've devoted your life into becoming this demon hunter, to become this weapon that can destroy the Burning Legion. And now that that's gone, you have to start looking for something else to do with your life, with whatever's left of it.
I bet there are random demons still hanging out across the universe, but their problem is pretty much solved, so what are they doing now? I can't imagine a demon hunter just becoming like a fisherman or
Why not? Why not?
World-renowned chef.
Why not? Why not?
Like most new additions to Warcraft's lore during an expansion, they're promptly ignored by the time the next expansion rolls around. So we're kind of just left in the dark on what they're actually up to. But, after seeing all the well-written Dragonflight side quests that tackle forgotten about lore subjects like this, I'd love to see this done for a demon hunter at some point. After covering the insane lengths it takes to become a demon hunter, I think it's safe to say that demon hunters are the edgiest class in all of WoW. I mean, yeah, Death Knights are edgy too, but what makes demon hunters a step above is that they're willing participants in becoming a monster.
And the process of becoming a demon hunter is far more, painful and dark and just really something that is out of nightmares, if I can say. With the Death Knight, yeah, like I said before, it is a very dark path that has come into fruition. However, you're dead and then you are brought back to life, kind of like a zombie, right? But the process of becoming a demon hunter is just so long and painful, and the pitfalls are so many that you are very lucky if you actually make it to that point where you become a demon hunter, while many other people have died in that process. But when you're a Death Knight, if you're dead, everyone is equal, everyone can be risen from the dead, and you're all, Death Knights. So yeah.
They choose to seek out this dark path by their own free will, and are insane enough to carry it out in the name of revenge. For Death Knights, they were just raised to become zombies against their will, which I think makes them much less cool. Also, I main a demon hunter, so I'm a bit biased. Thanks again to Empires and Puzzles for sponsoring this video. You can click the link down below to get started.
Okay, guys, yes, that's it with So You Want to Be a Demon Hunter, Warcraft Darkest Lore, made by Platinum. Wow. Yeah, definitely it's a dark path, that you take. It's a very risky path that you take. Your revenge can only take you so far. Revenge can only take you so far. Here you need luck. You need to be lucky. Because the process of becoming a demon hunter is extremely dangerous. And even before you get to the Black Temple, you have to go through Outland. You have to go through dangerous terrains and fauna and flora that can kill you, orcs and all other forms and of creatures and mechanized, units out there that can kill you just before you even reach the Black Temple, And even when you get there, you still have to go through another process of learning how to become a demon hunter, killing the demon that killed your loved ones, eating its heart, surviving through that transformation, accepting what you have become, and then using that power against the Burning Legion. That is a lot to take in for any individual, That's why I'm saying your revenge can only take you so far. You need some sort of mental fortitude to be able to do something like this. And really, those who survived through this process, they are extremely lucky. They're extremely lucky. It's not something that is meant for everyone, clearly. You can't just decide, okay, I'm going to become a demon hunter. It's really, it's just a tough process. And now, like, what Platinum WoW has been saying, that, what's the purpose of demon hunters after the end of the Burning Crusade? What's the what do they do now with their lives? What do they become? What do they do on Azeroth or in Outland? Will they become chefs? Will they become fishermen? I think maybe they would meditate. They would meditate, they'd become monks of some sort, a monk order of demon hunters, although their purpose is no longer useful, but they can become the peacekeepers in Draenor, like in Outland. They can become the peacekeepers there, or they'll become peacekeepers on Azeroth in some sort of way, and because there are not many of them, because there's no longer a need for more demon hunters, those that are remaining, I don't know how long will they live for. Are they going to live forever? If that is the case, then they can become people who collect knowledge, keep it in the Black Temple for future generations, something like that. Create a project around your abilities that doesn't necessarily involve you killing people or killing demons or doing stuff like that. Focus on other things, creating magic, creating a library for all the knowledge in both Draenor and on Azeroth. The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. Don't just wait for Illidan to return, because we don't know if that guy is ever going to return. I don't think he's ever going to return, actually. So those demon hunters who are remaining, figure something out. Figure something out and take that path. Yeah. Hopefully they will discuss about them in Dragonflight, just like what Platinum WoW was saying. I guess we will see, or should I say I will see, because I'm still reacting to Dragonflight gameplay done by Azeroth Dan. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to see what happens to the demon hunters. Okay guys, that is it for today. Remember, if you want to check out the original video as well as Platinum WoW's YouTube channel, the links are in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye bye.